Lately, we have been hearing a lot about Khamzat, but who is he actually? So let's get in depth and let's get to know this guy. Khamzat was born in Chechnya, Russia, where he started training at a very young age of 5 years old. He wasn't training with bears like Khabib did, but he did want to wrestle anyone he could find. He even won a bronze medal at the Russian National Championship at the junior level in 2013. And when he was 18 years old, he went and immigrated to Sweden with his mom. And after he moved, and of course, he wrestled in a lot of clubs, and there he got his wrestling experience, or at least where he improved it. His first amateur MMA fight was in Fight Club Rush 1, where he just showed his wrestling experience. His opponent tried to take him down, and you can see he just reversed it, and he got a Darce choke right here, which is beautiful, and actually just finished the fight like this. Boom, and he will tap. Just a brilliant fight from Khamzat. And after 2 amateur fights, he went pro. This is actually his second pro fight. And what you can see here is that his opponent is trying to get his leg, but he lets it go, and you can see some beautiful control from Khamzat. After a few seconds, he got complete control, and he got his back right here, and just mauled at him with ground and pound, and he tries to control his body. You can see he goes back for better control, and you can see like he's a bit frustrated that he couldn't finish him with the punches, and he's maybe trying to look for a choke. He corrected even his mouthpiece in the meanwhile, and boom, he just chokes him away. And after a couple of more fights, he got into the UFC, where he went into the event of Cater versus Ige. What Khamzat does regularly, he throws a body kick, and he anticipated the reaction of his opponent. Right here, you see that he throws it, and then he sees like, okay, well, if the punch is coming and I can get back with my leg, I will throw a takedown. You can see here the takedown is initiated, and he will just control him on the ground here. Even when Phillips tries to stand up, he can still control him by controlling his leg. See his leg is trapped inside of his leg? This is also something Khabib does, which makes your movements restricted. Phillips needs to get up and get his legs out in order to stand up. At that moment, Khamzat can also take the time to do something about that. He can grab his arm, put some weights towards Phillips, which makes him unstable, where he can get him in a bad position. After he gets Phillips in a bad position, he can just maul him, throw some hard shots to create some openings. And that's exactly what he did. He just chokes Phillips out, and he just won the fight. After this fight, his stardom really began. Just after 10 days, he fought Reyes McKee in another division. When this fight began, you see Khamzat initiating a feint. He does this a lot. Sometimes it's a kick, sometimes it's a feint, in order to get a reaction from his opponents. What he actually tries to do is that he wants the hands high of his opponent so he can initiate a takedown or at least grapple with someone. Against McKee, you see that he just picks him up and takes him to the other side of the cage and just trips him. You see he got him in a side control position right here, and he continues on controlling him with punches while doing so. I mean, just Khamzat, it just smashes people, and he seems like Khabib 2.0. And what is happening with Khamzat is the same thing what happened with Ronda Rousey. When someone is so good at particular skill set that you see that they dominate their opponents, which is awesome to see. But I really think that Khamzat should fight a top 10 fighter in the UFC. This is just a small overview of who Khamzat is as a fighter, and we will see how he does in the future.